Hello. In the series so far, we've seen how remarkably diverse the Wren city churches are. In this video, I'm going to look at 4 more examples before highlighting some signature design features shared by several of the churches. At St Mary Aldermary on Queen Victoria Street, much use was made of perpendicular Gothic masonry that, along with the tower, had survived the Great Fire. And that might well have dictated the architectural style of the rebuilt church, although there is a suggestion it was a stipulation by a major contributor to the reconstruction costs that the church should be replaced in its original form. The interior has undergone significant restoration, and the Gothic style woodwork is predominantly 18th and 19th century. The spectacular feature is Wren's stunning fan-vaulted plaster ceiling, a perfectly in-keeping perpendicular period touch. St Magnus the Martyr Church in Lower Thames Street is anchored close to the River Thames by its substantial tower, which is topped by an octagonal lantern with a dome and an obelisk spire rising to a height of 185 feet. This is the view from the observation platform on the monument. In the mid-18th century, the road was widened to alleviate traffic problems on the approach to London Bridge, and to allow pedestrian access from Fish Street Hill, 2 bays beneath the tower were removed. The windows have straight hood moulds and keystones carved with cherubs' heads, and there's a sculpted garland over the window above the north door. Inside, a tall reredos features a pelican in her piety. St James Garlickhythe takes its name from the Hythe, or wharf, the landing place where French garlic was unloaded and taken along Garlickhythe Hill for sale in the market at Cheapside in the medieval period. The church is red brick, stuccoed below the clerestory with stone dressings. The keystone of the arch above the west entrance is carved with a cherub's head, and inside the linear angles of the ceiling are reminiscent of St Stephen Walbrook, but St James doesn't have a dome. During refurbishment after bomb damage sustained in the Blitz, the opportunity was taken to unpick Victorian restoration and return the interior closer to its Wren origins, with furnishings including a 17th century pulpit rescued from elsewhere. Unusually, the churchwarden's pews are equipped with hat stands. The design of St Michael Cornhill may or may not have been down to Wren and his office. It's possible a proactive rector took on the task, working closely with a team of craftsmen. The medieval tower survived the Great Fire, but was replaced 50 years after the body of the church had been rebuilt in classical style. The tower has a bell stage and pinnacles added by Nicholas Hawksmoor. Inside, the church has seen several restorations, but its finely carved reredos and the pulpit are original. Now, I began by remarking on the diversity of the Wren city churches, each an original mini masterpiece with its own individual character, but there are signature architectural features shared by some of the churches. We've seen examples in this video. Cherub's head keystones at St James Garlickhythe, repeated at St Magnus the Martyr, which also has a familiar swag. We saw similar garlands at St Bennet Paul's Wharf in part 10 of this series. Black and white checkerboard floors, as at St James Garlickhythe, are a regularly repeated element, most famously at St Paul's Cathedral, where more cherub's head keystones are also to be found. And those straight hood moulds at St Magnus, above oculi, but typically over round-headed windows and above doorways to deflect rainwater. Look out for these devices as our series progresses. Among typical furnishings found in city churches that I haven't mentioned so far are ceremonial sword rests. They will be my subject next time. If you've enjoyed this video, hit the like and subscribe buttons and click on the notification bell to be informed when the next video is available, or you can subscribe by clicking on the rose window over my shoulder.